Tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball doctor, we're here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights for the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works for the skill. In the ball, lights for the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way. Taking every shot with prayers we say.
Turn the noise off on the screen.
He steps to the ground, crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes a heart's pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single
how does it sound?
Chalk it up, just a fortune, a luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck.
Well, I'm glad I was here to test it with you.
On VP4TV, he's the showstopper.
Alright.
9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way. Taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes a heart's pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes a heart's pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That's for the 101.
Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. I've just got one thing to check before we start. Let's have a look at this bloody replay thing that annoys me. Where is it? Right, hang on. We'll get that checked out first. That's not the one. Right, that's about it. Just make sure this damn thing's working. It's not the most reliable thing in the world. Right, hopefully that should be it. Again, the problem with the replay is you can't test it until you go live and you've actually done a replay. You've no other way of testing it. Anyway, I've done that. So welcome. We have the final today at the top of the hour for the 2025 10-ball Bigfoot World Championship on the 10-footer. Welcome to Bedhead. And we've got another name in a final that isn't Albinario. Interchangex, of course, done it the hard way. He got to the final by taking out Albinario. Having to do that because the guy that he's playing in the final, I have a big problem. This guy's been moaning all the time I've been online. I have a big problem. My keyboard and mouse do not work in game. I wrote to the support team many times and the supported solutions do not work. Is there someone who can connect to my computer remotely and check if the problem is with me or the game? Please help. Well, I could help the guy, but as I say, if everything's in Turkish in his PC, he's got a slim chance of me working out what the hell's going on. That sounds weird, that his keyboard and mouse suddenly aren't working. Yeah, definitely weird. Anyway, there'll be one way to fix it at some point. So, where were we? We have Cobra in the final. In fact, let's get to this. That's the. That's not this one. That's a straight pull. That's not that one either. I thought I'd brought up the thing. What time is it? 3 minutes to go. No message from Steve, but I'm assuming he's going to be there if I look in Discord. Run Out Rob is in Discord. What we're looking for, 2025. So Interchangex today is looking for revenge because I'm pretty certain. What the hell's happened here? This. Oh, that's weird. That went all funny there. Interchangex got sent to the one loss side. In fact, who sent him to the one loss side? It was Cobra. That's right. By 17 racks to 12. So, I mean, there's a 5 rack gap there. So, if Cobra keeps up that sort of distance between him and Interchangex, it's going to be a tough task for Interchangex to get to 21 first. But then again, there only is a 2-horse race, and anything can happen. Right, anyway, let me have a quick look.
I think I
Right,
saved the
welcome.
information.
Welcome to Rob, welcome to Steve. What have you done to upset this guy, Steve?
Well,
But,
this ain't the first time he's gone crazy.
well, listen, but I don't understand. You know, his keyboard and mouse were all working with VP4 before, and now they're not. Well, that's not a VP4 issue.
He's got a new computer.
Right. So if it's a new PC, it's Windows 11. That's well, I wouldn't be much. I wouldn't honestly know my way around Windows 11 because I haven't a clue.
I don't know.
How
He says he moves his Q-tip with the E button, and when he lifts his finger up, then the Q moves. That's what he says. I've never seen that. I don't know anybody that has.
Well, did you not need to double check what language the keyboard and everything's in, and that sort of thing? That it isn't something that's going weird with Windows 11. It could be something stupid like that you have to check the configuration of the keyboard, and it hasn't gone haywire.
Yeah, I've never seen any problem like that. I just told him don't use any aftermarket drivers or utilities.
How do I just play with someone? Says a gratis player. I don't see him in the chat anymore, so he must have went and found somebody to play. Right, the room is up. Let's get in. Welcome to Mooncake. Welcome to Haz. We're just in time for the lag. We've got Cobra on the right, Interchangex on the left, and we will have a race to 21. So, you know, if this goes the distance, we'll be here a little while. And hopefully at some point one of these guys will want to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Now, I have done a shift today. I've been home, had something to eat, watched Celtic get beaten in the Old Firm game, and haven't had a nap, so I could fall asleep at any point. Well, that was a good break.
Yeah, I'm not sure he has a shot. I mean,
he can certainly
the one on the side. I think he's going to. So the question is he going to roll up on the 2, or is he going to try to thin the right side of the 1 and take the cue ball down by the 4? Which I kind of like that a little better, but my guess is he's going to try to roll up on the 2. And he does something completely different.
Well, the 2 ball's going to come to the rescue, I think.
Yeah, that's going to work out okay. This certainly can be kicked in, but it's not as easy a kicking as it looks. It's a little too far from the pocket, and I don't like that. He's calling the corner. The problem with that is it's too easy to scratch in the side. He's got to play this 2 rails. Then the scratch isn't there. Yeah, that's what he does. That's a smart play. Well, this is about almost as easy a bank as you're going to get. I can't imagine he's not going to shoot the bank here.
Oh, I don't like the way where this 8 ball might go, though. That's the problem. It might go. I mean, it might nudge the 2 in, or it might actually block the 2.
Well, it's not going to nudge the 2 in. It could block the 2. You just got to, this is where you got to decide how you're going to hit it. And, you're in control here. You're going to hit the 8 ball, hit it at a speed where you're not going to get blocked, either harder or easier. He goes for harder, but he doesn't make the ball. So I think for Cobra, he's really played good this whole tournament, so he just needs to keep doing that. For Interchangex, he's just going to need to settle in. His issue's been nerves, and he's getting over it. He played very well against Albin.
Well, he's going to have plenty of time to settle in this match. Race to 21's a long haul, so.
Yeah, good shot there. So, yeah, I mean, the thing about playing Cobra's playing well, so Interchangex is going to have to bring it. He's going to have to play well to have a chance to win this.
Well, 5 ball definitely goes in where the 2 is. And you'd need to leave yourself that nice little angle just to drop the 4 in. He might be too straight in this, by the way. Well, he's going to have to stun this up, but he's got to judge the weight of this.
No, he doesn't. He can shoot the 5 in the side. That's what I would do in this situation.
Oh, does it get through the gap? Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that. I'm too busy looking in the corner. I never thought that it went through the gap. Aye, it does.
He got a little funny, though. This wasn't the angle you want, so he's going to have to try to force by the 6 and shoot the 6 in the corner where the cue ball is, or he could try to hold it and shoot the 6 up table, and that's what he's going to do. Maybe even shoot the 6 in the side. Yeah. That's what good players do. When they get funny angles, you know, they deal with them well. That's a big separation in skill level is being able to handle those angles. You see a lot of players get a funny angle and they get all upset. And, you know, the thing about pool is no matter how good you are, you're going to get those funny angles. So you've got to be able to deal with them.
Well, this is the one that will win the rack. He's got to get into this cue ball a wee bit unless he's just leave it in the short side.
Yeah, he's coming short side. This is a little soft draw.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, this is the kind of start that Cobra wants. You know, I expect Cobra to play pretty solid this whole thing. It's not that he's not going to make mistakes. I just don't think he's going to make a lot of them.
His mistakes will probably come when you least expect it.
Well, the one thing is when you start taking things for granted, that's when you can easily jump up and bite you.
Fast Eddie's here. Yeah, morning. It is morning for you, Fast Eddie. You probably just woke up.
Oh, he's played in that straight pool there a minute ago.
So, first blood against the break for Cobra.
So the break will figure in heavily. We know Interchangex has really broken well the whole tournament. And Cobra's
what do
been
you do
pretty
here?
good.
Do you call the crossbank sort of come safety shot here in this one ball so you're ducking up top towards the 2?
Yeah, although you don't have to try to make this one ball. You
send it to across double to the short rail.
Well, you can actually hit this real thin. You just got to miss the kiss.
I think I'd still be calling it. And if you miss it and then you overcut it to the long rail, it'll go back to the short rail.
Well, the problem with calling it is, you know, to hit it, you got to hit it pretty hard to get at the pocket. You know, you could hit it with a lot of draw and right English. He's going to go ahead and push out, which is never a particularly bad thing to do. This is just not a great push out. I think he's going to hit this on the right side of the 1, go behind the 7 and take it up table.
Well, I've already yawned twice since I've started this, and my brain wants to have a nap. I knew this would happen.
That wasn't very good, and I'm pretty sure he's going to bank this. There's not any kind of simple safety here, so I think he's just going to shoot at it.
Well, this is all about the weight of the shot. I mean, you get this nice medium pace. Will give it all the chance to go in.
The 7 ball's the thing that could mess this up here. He's got to avoid the 7.
That's good enough. Well, what does he do now? Does he duck and dive here, try and bump in behind that 9, or are they going all out for the cut, down for the 3?
Oh, I'd cut it for sure because you know, the cue ball's coming up table. There's a lot of interfering balls.
Yeah,
he decides to play safe, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Good shot.
And he's done that really the whole tournament. He's played a lot of safeties.
Yeah, know your limitations. Don't stick your neck out when you get the chance to stick them in behind a ball, tie them up, do it.
He's played a lot of good safeties.
Well, that's the thing. That there's played and then there's playing good safety. That's two totally different things.
Absolutely.
I mean, Spectre Don's the example of that. I mean, he plays safeties, he plays push-outs, but they're not necessarily the best thing in the world.
Well, there's
Well,
a missed call.
You only get the kudos for
Oh, that's a missed call.
trying to play the right shot. You don't get wins for poor execution.
Well, that's a sellout.
It certainly is. And well
And
played
again,
there.
this is a prime example of what Interchangex. Well, he's had. To me, I'll stick by the fact he's had one hiccup in this tournament, which ended up getting him in the one loss side, really, where he didn't take all the opportunities he had. But all the other matches, when he's had situations like this, he's got himself out. So this is a prime objective here: is make sure you take advantage of all of these opportunities with wide open tables and don't mess them up. If you do that, you're going to keep the pressure on Cobra. If you don't do that and you start dropping racks because you can't get the job done, then you're sort of swimming against the tide.
Yeah, nobody's beyond being under pressure, getting a little rattled.
Steve Eddy, from which part of the USA are you from? I'm curious. Now, do you mean where are they residing at the moment, or where were they born and bred?
Eddie's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast.
So that's
I'm
like
central.
a 3-hour time zone difference, and Rob's sort of mountain time or something like that, central time.
Central.
My accent sounds like Texas, but I'm not from Texas. I'm from California.
Well, that not mean that that's the difference between having an education and not having an education. So,
No.
is that what that means?
Well, Steve,
And I'm Scottish, just in case you want to know, Mooncake. I'm Scottish, born and bred.
my
And
mother.
don't you forget it either.
My mother's full-blood Cajun. I've got the Southern drawl. You couldn't tell I've got a Cajun lick in me.
Well, one apiece, and Interchangex looking for the follow-up.
I think that's a dry break there.
Yeah, oh, this is a great table. This table, I mean, Cobra's got to get this safe.
This is a little tricky here. Let's see what he decides to do.
I think he might just brush this along towards the 7 and come back across to the 2.
I like thin cutting the 1 towards the end rail and taking the cue ball up table.
Well, he's got to watch. He's got to be careful doing that.
It's a tough shot. There's no doubt about it. That's the shot that I liked, and it was a difficult shot. I mean, it's hard to get the right angle on the 1 ball, but he does have some cover because of the 2 ball.
Now, what's Interchangex going to do? Is he going to? Well, it doesn't bank, so there's no bank on. But is he going to call the 2 and play a 2-way shot again?
I don't know. You can thin the left side of the 1 here and play safe.
Well, see if he's trying to overcut this 1. This could end up getting held up with the 2 ball if it goes to the short long rail and in the back of the 2. Oh no, he is playing a sort of bank. Well, that'll work.
Well done. Very well done. He's thinking. I mean, that was a good play because he had the 7, the 9, the 8, the 6. He had all these balls that he could potentially get behind. I mean, it's hard to be real accurate on that kind of safety, but he had a lot of balls to get behind.
I see there's a lot of the bad weather made the headlines over here. What's that? About 30-odd people killed with tornadoes. I seen that in the news this morning.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad weather. It's coming into where I am right now.
Well, the kick was made and the rail was hit, but a shot is on for Interchangex here.
Well, Interchangex has taken to heart, what I've been saying for a long time is people don't play safe enough in VP, and he is. And this is how you beat strong players.
Exactly. I mean,
especially if you're the guy that's at a disadvantage.
Yeah. That's why I keep saying you can't be one-dimensional and beat these guys. You've got to do everything to beat them.
I was just fixing to say that his safety play has improved quite a bit. and that's how he's going to have to play to beat Cobra today.
Reach the bounce.
Yeah, I don't know that many players watch a lot of videos of pros, because if you watch pros play, they do play aggressive, but they play safe a lot too. I mean, it's they don't take chances. Let's put it this way: if they aren't going to take a chance at a shot unless they really like it, or they just don't really have a good safety play.
Steve, that's what I meant to say to you. There's one video that I found on YouTube that you need to go and watch, and you need to watch and see. The guy's got a YouTube channel, and I think it's predominantly his group of players that he focuses on, all his mates, in the same sort of pub that they're in. So they've got a webcam set up, and I typed in Killer to see if there was any videos about Killer on YouTube, and this was the guy's video that came up first, and it's 10 people playing 8-ball Killer, and it ends up being quite funny. I watched the whole video. It was about 40 minutes these guys were playing, and there's a group of them who are a higher level than the others, so those players got 3 lives. The other numpties got 5 lives, and the whole match took about 40 minutes. And the guy that was actually commentating, he was actually playing in the match, and it really got hilarious because he's telling us in commentary, I can't break. And then when it got down to the wire, he was down, I think, to the last 3 players, and the end of the rack came about, and he couldn't break the balls. He missed the bloody cue ball. He missed the cue ball with the pressure, trying to break the balls. But that's why we should have something like Killer in this game, I'll tell you that, because that was hilarious watching it. This is 10 people all playing Killer, and you can get really nasty in that, so you can.
That was a pretty good run out.
Well,
by
that's what he has to do.
And he's broken that dry again. So this is a little unusual. He was the person that broke 75% in one of those matches. I mean, his break has been fantastic, and he's just had 2 dry ones in a row. So,
yeah.
Oh, and that's
that was so close, so close.
So this guy, the first thing he's going to do is look safety here. You can put him on the 4. I don't like that safe because it's almost an all or nothing where the 1's going.
Well, the 1 does pot if you're nuts.
I actually like taking the 1 straight back to where the cue ball is, like that. He's going for the 4. I liked actually going straight back and hitting it harder and rolling the cue ball past the 4 too.
He's nailed it again.
If you're going to play that sort of little safety like that there, if you can get it like that, which he seems to be doing almost every time, then the more power to you.
Oh, have you heard who the new doubles champions are in VP4? The new doubles champions is Slim and a numpty. We won the 9-ball Scottish doubles on Monday night, and we won the 8-ball doubles last night.
How is that new? You tell me that you guys are the champions every time that we have a stream.
We're just reaffirming it. I'm just reaffirming that because now we're double champions. We hold the 8-ball one and we hold the 9-ball one. And in fact, the 2 racks that the guys got last night were purely because of me with my numpty misses, and that gifted them 2 racks. Oh, hang on a minute.
Well, he did not get that in. And it's an interesting position here, though. This is a tough hit.
Well, get a hit in this, I'll tell you. Well, there's plenty of room to get there. You probably hit it, but I don't think he'll pot it. And the reason I say that is because it's not quite sitting in the jaw. And it's tight to get the potting angle on it.
You almost have to go 2 rails to make sure you get the cue ball out.
Oh, no, he's just trying to tie something up. Aye.
And that's not a bad play. Now, You got to
Well,
maybe think about 3 fouling him.
well, that's exactly it. He's opened himself to that likelihood. Let's see what Interchangex thinks. I mean, he can pot the 1 and he can pot the 2 and 3, but then he can get downright dirty if he needs to.
Now, the biggest problem's the 10 ball. If the 10 ball was a little lower, then this is actually a pretty easy run out because you bank the 5. But where that 10 ball is, that's not so simple. You've got to play on a carom with or billiard with a 7, but it's very tough where that angle is. So,
well, I think to me the interesting thing here is whether he does leave himself a deliberate angle to get. Well, he looks as if he is the way he's played that. He's gone a bit too far for comfort, I think.
Yeah,
but this is what he's trying.
I don't like this play. If I was him, I'd just come across and then play safe on the 5, because if you try to break this out, look where the 6 is sitting. I mean, there's a good chance you're not going to have. See, he's being smart. This is the right play. He's going to lock him on the 10. Now you got to make sure you don't make the 7. That's the one thing you don't want to do. I think that's calling the 7.
I think that's what he's got the intention of doing here. But this looks a bit dodgy to me.
I wouldn't do that. I would purposely miss the 7 and put him on the 10.
Well, he could.
Maybe he's calling it just in case. Maybe he is calling it just in case, but he looks as if he's trying to line this up to the top pocket or nail it behind it. He is digging down now.
Yeah,
oh, no, he did. That's a foul. Yeah, I think he hit the 10, did he not? Are my eyes so bad?
I don't know if he hit it first or not, but that was a huge mistake. Well, he should have played safe there, because all he had to do was cut the 5 the other way a little. And the 7 ball isn't going in, and you put the cue ball on the 10, the 5 ball goes over there towards the 8. I mean, he basically did everything perfect until he tried to make that combo. That was just the wrong shot.
He's let Cobra well off the hook there doing that.
Oh, he had a simple safety that was really good, and instead he played a combo that was dubious at best because the 10 ball was in the way of where he needed to hit the cue ball.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a pretty much guaranteed equaliser here for Cobra.
That was a strategy mistake there. I mean, that's going to cost. That's a 2-game swing on that.
Yeah.
On that play. I mean, if he would have played the safety, his chance of winning was probably 90%, because that would have been just a lock-up safe.
Well, I know what I'd have been doing. I wouldn't have even hesitated. I would have just buried that cue ball there. You know, that's like putting your opponent under pressure, and then the next thing you do is do something immediately opposite and take the pressure right off them.
I did just that Friday night playing 8-ball.
Well, I mean, his mentality this whole match has been play safe, don't take chances. And then what's he do? He gets in a perfect spot to play the easiest safety in the world, and he takes a chance and loses.
Well, I think he might. I mean, the fact that it's early on in the match, he'll certainly he'll learn from that. I would have hoped for his sake that you wonder whether he'd do that later on in the match. But it's this early, you can get away with it at this stage. But I would hesitate to say don't get in the habit of doing that though. You've done one and it ain't worked out. And the other thing is he knows, because again the little voice is playing in your head telling you to bury him, and you don't listen to it that time around.
Well, I don't know what his thought pattern was. I was just very surprised he didn't play the safety.
Well, I think he's going to have to check this up big time, or just play a straight draw, because this cue ball just wants to leak right here, does it not? Let's have a look.
Well, you got a lot of choices here. You could thin it with right English.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
You got to hit this 2-ball pretty thin.
Yeah, he's perfect. Yep. That's fine.
Good shot.
Now he's got to come. Well, surely he's got to come round the back of the 8, or is he going to check this up?
No, I think he'll
the
check
cue.
There's no reason to go. The go around the back's too risky with the 9 and 6 and too much traffic.
5 into this. No, tell a lie. I'm forgetting about the 4. Forgot about the 4 ball.
Normally, I'm a big fan of natural pass, but when you get in a situation where the natural path has a lot of obstacles and potential balls to snooker you, and the unnatural path is going to be wide open for sure. That's
Got
the
the
time you
spin
want to
working.
take the unnatural path.
That's a nice little shot. A little bit of help and spin just to get it around those angles.
Well, this is a shot here. This is tricky because you've got to get on the 6 the right way to get to the 7. So you can play the 6 in the corner, or you can try to come up and play it in the side. If you play it in the corner, you got to get an angle back the other way. And then it's kind of tricky where that 9 is. I think I'd slide up to the side here. He went to the, I was talking about the other side. Well, actually, this does go by the 10, but this is going to be tricky getting on the 7. He's going to have to hit this. So you got a couple choices here. You can either kind of stun this with right English, and that's a shot most people don't like, or you can try to come around behind it. You're going to have to hit it harder and come around all the way around 3 rails behind it. And I think that's what he's trying to do.
Not
he was
easy at
just
all.
trying to go down and play it in the side pocket. Oh, might get some love
no,
there,
no, he was playing safe. Look at what he's done.
You got a little love there.
You got a lot lucky, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon to Tam.
Well, that shot from the 5 to the 6 was really the whole table. If he executed that well, he was going to be out, and he didn't, and then it got tough.
I forgot about my my webcam. Look at this. You like my new webcam television?
That's all right. Can we change the channel?
I used to have a television just like that.
So the interesting thing there is he's saved up Cobra a lot and been winning like that, and then he gets lucky.
Yeah.
And Cobra misses a kick, and it's going to cost him this game. And I'll tell you, that can be very effective on your opponent. You keep safe and safe and safe, and you finally miss a ball and get lucky and hook him, and then he gives a rack up. That's the kind of thing that can drive you crazy.
It just frustrates you all get out, don't it, Steve?
Well, I think as long as he gets back onto the game plan that he should be sticking with, then, you know, he's going to be good at, oh dear, commentators curse straight away. Look at that. Oh dear.
Yeah, he just got a little wide and caught the titty at that speed. It's not going in.
Do you own lots of those dungarees? I've got loads of these shirts. These are all, now, well, this one I'm wearing is one of about half a dozen or more old Tesco shirts I've got since they changed the uniforms. These are not as bright blue as the new ones that we have. But so rather than throwing them in the bin, I thought I'll just wear them to lie around the house. Quite right.
Well, so far, Interchangex.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Giving up 2 of Cobra's 3 games. And he's had to earn the 2 he's got.
Well, that's right.
Clean it up a little.
So that's the first sort of, well, apart from the strategy mistake, or the strategy choice that he made, that's the sort of first potting mistake he really made.
Well, you got to make Cobra pay. There's nothing like making your opponent feel better by dogging it like that.
Yeah.
But I think what you're going to see, though, is that, you know, the kicking game is super important, and the higher level you play. So guys start safing you up a lot, and you're kicking a lot of balls. You not only got to be able to hit the ball, but you've got to be able to kick safe.
Well, there's 2 racks that were more than potentially Interchangex racks, and he's given them away one way or another. So you don't want to start looking back in a match at the end of the day, starting to count up all these little mistakes and wrong choices that you've made that have cost you racks.
Well, he tried to play a 2-way shot there, and he just got the speed wrong. He tried to bank the 1, and if it didn't go in, have the 7-8 in their way, but he hit it too hard.
So again, this is another opportunity that you would have to really. I don't know how he's going to deal with this. Is he going to just try and cut across and play the combo? To me, that's a straightforward choice. You don't start trying to do something really crazy here.
Yeah, the
If you come
combo's
straight
easy.
across, you play the combo, no problem.
This is just a big spinner here. Spin it up and just let it come out. Just like that.
Yeah. Now, my main concern with this angle is that the 4-ball wants to go to the long rail, so you want to hit this to get it out, and you
The
want to
cue
bring
ball.
the cue ball up the table.
It would be better if the cue ball was higher, because then the cue ball comes out easy. Now now you just gotta hit it good.
Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll work.
And he cut it enough that he got the cue ball coming up. That's perfect.
Now, how tight is that 5-ball? That looks fairly tight from where I'm sitting.
It's got a gap. It's not that tight.
Oh no, that's fine.
So I like going forward here. He's going backwards. I don't like that. I would always go forward 2 rails there.
You should slow up here.
This is why. Because draw's touchy. Now he's funny. He goes forward 2 rails.
Yeah,
he's got a nice angle on the 7 to come back. Well, this is just, it's just.
It's undue pressure he's putting himself with this shot.
He played a shot that was less reliable, and if he didn't get right, the other way, it was automatic. No matter where the cue ball went, the angle was going to be back where you could come off the long rail.
Yeah, he didn't pay attention to those 2 shots, Cobra shot just a while ago when he did just that.
Yeah, well,
he went forward and came around perfect, natural.
And he's got a nice angle here just to draw back into the table for that 9. A nice stun draw. And he doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball. That's fine. Just roll through it.
I mean, I'm being very critical, but playing good pool is about playing the right way. And did he get out? Yeah. And was he going to get out 95% of the time? Yeah. But the other way, he's probably out 98% of the time. So, that little 3% will rear its ugly head in these matches against other good players.
Yeah, because when it gets to the high end, the high level players, there's only very, very minimal margins that is going to be the difference between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, that looks dry. Did I hear anything go in? I don't think I did.
He's having trouble today with his break. I don't know what's going on. He's broken well the whole tournament, and all of a sudden he can't make a ball on the break.
Well, again, to his defence, I would say it's good that that's happening this early in the match. I mean, you don't want to lose your break when it goes down to the wire. You want to. I mean, he's got time to fall into place again. Little brush in the 8-ball, just taking a bit of the pace off that cue ball. So now he's just going to have to avoid the 7. And this is actually too thin to avoid the 7, I think.
No,
this is too thin.
He can avoid it.
Well, in fact, he's just went straight through the gap. That'll do it.
What do you say when that happens? Commentator eye?
Well, when I get it right, I do. Not when I do that one, because I thought he was running straight into the 7.
All he had to do was slide it through just like he did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I'm depressed after that. I did watch the fit, but...
So this is kind of critical. He gets angle on this 5-ball. And that's good enough. Because he wants to slide over. He'd like to slide all the way to the other rail. So this one, I would hit hard and go all the way to the other rail. So with these kind of shots,
this isn't guaranteed because he wants to be good and on that. So that looks pretty good to me. That's perfect.
Well, he needed to hit it hard. He had a little less angle than he wanted, but you're still okay. It just makes pocketing the ball a little harder.
Well, the main objective there with that shot was to avoid where you were too far out and you were running into the 10, because then there's no 100% guarantee the cue ball's going to be in and up good, but he's played it perfect. So, yeah, this is the punishment you get for dry breaks.
Well, the break will figure into this match. I'm not sure why he's having trouble. I don't know if he's, he does raise the butt of the cue. Maybe his angle's a little different. Maybe it's just coincidence and the racks aren't coming apart the way they have been for him in the past. But If it's coincidence, he'll start making balls. If it's not, then he's going to need to make an adjustment.
Cobra's going to have first shout at getting daylight here in this next break.
Let's see if Cobra can get something in. I think his break's been a little better so far this match. He's got a ball down, and he's going to have a shot. And
2 balls going in as well.
yeah, I'm not sure that helped him.
No.
The 4 ball's in a tough spot. He would have been better off if that 2 ball didn't go in. So this is where you got to be thinking, I'm going to make this 1 and play safe. So you're thinking about putting a cue ball on the spot where you've got an easy safety on the 4. Now he could try to play the short side of this, but if he screws it up, he could be hooked on the 9 or go on the side pocket.
Knuckle.
Yeah. See,
Where's the cue ball going?
that's, you know, is there anything wrong with playing to the short side? Well, no, not as long as, you know, you're really confident you can hit that shot. But that was a difficult shot. A lot of things could have gone wrong there besides scratching. He could have got hooked on the 9. He could have overrolled and been hooked by the 10. I think he would have been better off just getting a cue ball in a position where he could play a safe off the 4.
I think he's the wrong side of this 5 ball.
That goes back to what you said earlier about the pros. They would have never done it